So welcome everybody, my name is Alessia and I'm here with Gianmarco and we're going to do a practice today for the upcoming full moon in the sign of Sagittarius, and this is happening on the 5th of June. You might have felt it. It's actually quite a strong full moon. It's a full moon lunar eclipse. This lunar eclipse is going to set the tone in the signs of Sagittarius and its opposite sign Gemini for the next 18 months. So see what's coming up for you at this time, and you might find that that's something that you're working on for quite a while. Now, full moon is usually a time where there's light shines on things we don't really want to see, and if it's an eclipse, it's like an extra bit of shining light on stuff. So things might be coming up at this point, things related to freedom, to our beliefs, to what is true, what is not true. Venus is still retrograde, so we're still re-evaluating our relationships, our beliefs, yeah? And we also have Jupiter next to Pluto, and they're both retrograde. So again, we're re-evaluating our belief systems, what's really, really true for us. Now, there is also an alignment with Mars, which usually can bring, doesn't always, but can bring a lot of dynamism, but also a little bit of irritation and a little bit of potential incendiary nature. So the advice is to kind of be as neutral as possible. We're going to do a practice with lots and lots of twisting to detoxify the inner organs, okay? Then we're going to do a little meditation just to let go of any anger that is going to come up during the practice, if any, okay? So we're going to make a start, and we're going to start coming into hands and knees and into downward facing dog. And this is just to connect with the breath. Again, we're working with Ujjayi breath, one breath per movement. The breath is the most important thing you can do, okay? So in this practice, we're practicing the breath in a dog position, in an angle position, in animal positions. The breath stays the same, and life and everything around it changes, but the breath in our mind stays focused. So we're going to begin inhaling and exhaling and beginning to come into a place of acceptance of where we are right now. So maybe, you've been doing lots of yoga and you're feeling very flexible. Maybe you're a little bit tired today. Maybe you're very energized, yeah? However you are, connect to the breath and be okay with it. It's okay to be however you are, as long as you're breathing. If the mind gets in the way, just ask the mind to come back and observe the breath. Inhale and exhale. And think, am I breathing deeply enough? Is my breath going all the way to the back of the ribs? Am I sending the breath to anywhere that is feeling a little bit tight? Because we hold emotional tension in our body as well. Okay, so this is your first port of call to see what's going on in myself right now. Okay, and just shake the head yes, shake the head no, and shake the head maybe. See if there's any tension in that area. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And inhaling from here, come forward into a plank position, the body parallel to the floor. And exhaling the knees, the chest, and the chin. Always with a breath. Inhaling forward and up onto the belly, lifting only the chest for a low cobra, so the tailbone is long. Exhaling, tuck toes, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And make the movement and the breath really synchronize together. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do that one more time. So warming up, inhaling forward to a plank. And exhaling the knees, chest, and chin so the seat stays high. Inhaling forward and up, lifting the chest. Exhaling, tuck toes, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Strong legs in downward dog. Pressing index finger, middle finger and thumb down. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling forward to a plank. And exhaling either the knees, chest and chin or Chaturanga Dandasana, the present position. So you're off the floor here in Chaturanga. Inhaling upward facing dog. You're going to stay off the floor. And exhaling downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply. One more inhale. And exhaling, bend or soften the knees and look forward. And step, jump, or walk the feet to the hands and look forward. And exhaling from here, fold over the legs. From this place, you're going to heel until the feet hip distance apart. And you're going to bring your left hand on the mat in the space directly under your nose. That's it, so it's in between your feet. And then you're going to, if your knees are bent, you're going to check that they're bent on the same level, not one more, one less. They're bent in the same way, so your hips are square. And from here, you're going to extend the right arm high and twist to the right side. And the crown of the head is going to go forward. Deep breath in. And again, you're going to check that the knees are bent in the same level. So bend this knee a little bit more. Breathe out. Inhaling, lengthening pubic bone to sternum 2. Breathe in, and as you exhale, draw the navel in to begin to activate the area of the solar plexus. Breathe in. And breathe out. And we're going to change sides. So coming back to center, and you're going to square off the hips again. Make sure the knees are on the same level, and switch hands. The right hand in the center, and exhaling, extending the left arm high. And this shoulder comes away from the ears, and the shoulder blades are into the upper back and towards the waist. So you're making space from the ears to the shoulders. Inhaling, making sure the knees are bent at the same level. Breathe out. Lifting the chest all the time, like you're lengthening from pubic bone to sternum. Like there was a line from the tailbone all the way through the spine to the top of the head, also known as Shushumna Nadi. Inhale. And exhale. And inhaling, bring the left hand down. Grab hold of opposite elbows. Let go of the head. Soften the knees, rock the hips from side to side. And the torso from side to side. And really begin to feel the earth under your feet. And then soften the knees, let go of the hands. And you're going to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, allowing the head to come up last. So there's no rush here. You're just slowly unraveling the spine and rolling up, all the way up to stand. And once you're at the top, bring the hands in prayer at the heart center, coming into mountain pose, and to know which areas of your personal chart this is happening in. Like for me is the first house and the seventh house, the house of self, the house of partnerships, relationships, for example, but everyone's chart is different. You might already know what this is about, what's been coming up in the past week. It might be something that you already know what you're working on. So take a moment to think of the first person that comes to your mind and offer up the practice to that person. So if they're part of what's going on in the healing of your life, you can clear up the karma with that person. Once you found the person, lower the arms alongside the body. Again, connecting with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Surya Namaskar. Inhaling, reach high, see the thumbs, look up at the hand. Exhaling, Uttanasana, coming forward all the way down. Inhaling, looking forward, lifting the chest. Exhaling, hands down, Chaturanga, or the knees, chest and chin. Inhaling, upward facing dog, lifting the scalp and the palate in the mouth. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And here, breathing in and breathing out one. Inhaling, exhale 2. Breathe in, breathe out 3. The gaze is at the navel. If it's very uncomfortable at the navel, through the feet. Inhale, exhale, breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees and look forward. Inhaling, step, jump, walk your feet to your hands and look forward. Exhaling, fold over the legs. Inhaling, reach high, see the thumbs, look up at the hands, shoulders away from the ears. And exhaling, lower the arms alongside the body, mountain pose. Again, moving with the breath. Inhaling, reach high, see the thumbs, gaze is soft. Exhaling, Uttanasana, coming forward, drawing the navel in. Inhaling, lengthen pubic bone to sternum as you lift the chest. Keep the chest lifted as you step or jump back, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog, lifting the skull and the palate in the mouth. Exhaling, navel pull you back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Press index finger, middle finger and thumb down. Try and get a feeling that you're squeezing the upper arms towards each other, and it's as if I feel like somebody's got their fingers in my armpits and they're pushing up. So the underneath bit of the arms is very active. And at the same time, lifting the kneecaps, absorbing the ribs into the body. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more deep inhale. Send the breath. Everybody's tight in different places. Send the breath there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend the knees and look forward. Inhaling, step, jump, walk feet to hands, look forward. Exhaling, folding over legs. Inhaling, reach high, see the thumbs, look up at the hands. Exhaling, lower the arms alongside the body. Inhaling, bend the knees deeply, Utkatasana chair pose, a couple of Surya Namaskara beat. Exhaling, bend forward and then extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhaling, look forward, lift your chest. Exhaling, step or jump back, always with the breath, Chaturanga or the knees, chest and chin. Inhaling, upward facing dog, lifting, lifting. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Breathe in, deepen the breath. Exhale, one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhaling, nice, long, deep breath. Exhale, 3. Strong legs, strong arms. Breathe in. Breathe out, 4. Inhale deeper. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Step, jump, walk feet to hands, look forward. Exhaling, folding over the legs. Inhaling, bend the knees deeply, Utkatasana. And exhaling, Tadasana, stand tall. So I forgot to put in the warriors. We're going to put them in now. As long as you were breathing, you did good. Inhaling, bend the knees deeply, Utkatasana. Exhaling, bend forward and then extend the legs. Inhaling, look forward, lift chest. Exhaling, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog, lifting skull. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Keeping the integrity of the breath. Inhaling, right foot forward, back heel down, Virabhadrasana 1. Press the feet down, ground yourself and lift up. Exhaling all the way down. Try and do it on the same exhale. So you're still exhaling all the way until now. Inhaling, up dog, inhaling, inhaling, inhaling. Exhaling, downward dog, exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Straight into the other side. Left foot forward, back heel down. Virabhadrasana 1. Press the palms, feet press down. Exhaling all the way down. Stepping back, Chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale, 1. Breathe. Exhale, 2. Inhale deeper. Breathe out, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend knees, look forward. Inhaling, step, jump, walk feet to hands, look forward, lengthen. Exhaling, folding over the legs, navel into the spine. Inhaling, bend the knees deeply, Utkatasana, extend the arms in prayer overhead. Exhaling, stand tall, Tadasana. Let's do one more like that. Same thing, same breath. Inhaling, bend the knees deeply, Utkatasana. Exhaling, bend forward and then extend legs. Inhaling, look forward, lengthen pubic bone to sternum. Exhaling, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, lifting skull and palate. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, right foot forward, back heel down, warrior 1, without breaking the breath. There's no break in the breath in this practice. Exhaling, straight down into the exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhaling, left foot forward, back heel down, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhaling all the way down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. The 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe. Inhale deeper. Exhale, really focusing on the breath, breathing. Exhale, forward. One more breath in here. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. Inhaling, step jump, walk feet to hands, look forward. Exhaling, fold over knees. Inhaling, bend the knees deeply, Utkatasana, extend the arms in prayer overhead. Exhaling, bend forward and then extend the legs. Inhaling, look forward, lift chest. Exhaling, step or jump back, chaturanga on hips. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right foot forward, back heel down, warrior one. Exhaling, all the way up to warrior two. Inhaling, straighten the front leg. Exhaling, Trikonasana, reach forward as far as you can. Right hand down, either on the shin, or you can grab the toe. If you're not very flexible, I have some props here. If you don't have a block, you can have a book. So you could, for example, have the block maybe on the inside of the foot, and you can have your hand here, or on the shin. Okay, this is how you use the block. The props are always on the lowest setting, yeah? So that eventually you get rid of them. Some people don't like to use them. If you don't like them, don't use them. Inhale. And get a nice stretch here at the lower back by bringing the tailbone into the body, and at the same time, the width of the left thigh back. Ground the feet to the back heel down. Exhale. Inhaling, lift yourself to stand up. Press into the feet. Exhaling, bend the front knee deeply, Virabhadrasana 2. So front knee directly on top of the front ankle. Press the feet down, draw them together, lift the pelvic floor. Gaze at middle finger on front hand, and the rib cage and the pelvis directly on top of each other. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Shoulders super relaxed, but lifting rib cage away from pelvis. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Fingertips active. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3. Inhaling, spend a tiny bit more the front knee. Breathe out. 4. Inhale. Pelvic floor is lifted here. Exhale. Inhaling, straighten the front leg. Exhaling, bend the front knee. Bring the right hand down outside the right foot. From here, make sure this knee is pressing into the right shoulder, not coming into the midline. You want that knee alignment to be very, very strong. Extend the left arm forward and then spin the chest to the sky. And here you have equal weight on both feet. Yeah? So there's an element of samasthiti here, of equal standing in all the postures. Okay? Equal weight on both feet. Left shoulder away from ear. Spinning chest to the sky, and this right knee pressing into the right shoulder, so your right hip is coming under and back. The same as triangle pose the hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gaze at the top hand, inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, left hand down. So you could, for example, if you have a block, some people would be in this sort of place. And exhaling, straighten the front leg. Walk your back foot in about 10 inches and square your hips. And here, your heels are in line with each other. Yeah, so you can bring your left foot slightly out towards the outer edge of the mat. Super square your hips, so your right hip back, left hip forward. Bring the hands either behind the back in Namaste down, or behind the back in Namaste up, or you can interlock the elbows, or you could leave them on the blocks, but make sure you're not caving in on the chest. Inhaling, lift the chest. And exhaling, come forward, chin to shin. You could have a micro bend in this front leg, but it's essentially quite straight. Yeah? Just don't lock anything. Inhaling. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, look forward. Exhaling, bend the front knee, bring the hands down on either side of the front foot, and then you're going to step the back foot further back into a lunge, and then you're going to lower the back knee down and point the foot. And here, if you find that that knee is uncomfortable, you could roll up the mat like this, so you have a little cushion. Do you want a little rolling up of the mat, or are you okay? You're okay. Okay. So from here, hook your thumbs forward, reach the arms up and overhead and arch the back. That way. And here we're going to do a little heart opener. You're going to interlock the fingers behind your neck And then you're going to slide them up to the round bit of the skull called the occiput. So you're actually lengthening the neck. And you're going to open the elbows to the side and bring the shoulders away from the ears. So you want to breathe all the way to the collarbones. We're going to fill up the lungs with oxygen. And we're going to do 5 here. Inhale. Exhale 1. All your attention in this heart area. Breathe out. So you have to sip in the breath to get it all the way out. Exhale 3. So long tailbone here, so there's no pain in the back. Breathe out 4. Inhale. Exhale. And inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, bring the hands down on either side of the front foot. And now you're going to scoot the front foot forward about that much, about 3 inches. Forward, just forward in the front. And then you're going to flex the right toes and straighten the right leg, but without sitting on the back foot. Just straighten the leg, like that. Now, Gianmarco is very flexible. Some people, they will be here on blocks, quite happily getting a nice stretch, yeah? Maybe on the highest of blocks. You could even be here on fingertips. As long as you're getting a stretch of this hamstring, you're good. And from here, you could bend forward, you don't have to. Have a look. Find the place where you're getting a nice stretch and breathe into it. Inhale. Exhale 1. Breathing, keep pulling that right hip back, the chest forward. Exhale 2. Breathing. Breathe out 3. Inhale deeper. Exhale 4. Breathing. Really send the breath so you're opening out the hamstring. Exhale. Inhaling, lift up. You're going to bend the front knee and slide the right foot back. So you're right back into a lunge position with the knee and the ankle on top of each other. And then bring the hands down, tuck your back toes under and come back to your downward facing dog. Inhaling forward to a plank position, body parallel to floor. Exhaling chaturanga or the knees chest shape. Or you could also stay in dog. Inhaling upward dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. So this vinyasa, the chaturanga, between the position is meant to keep you warm. If you've been breathing a lot, it could be that you're already warm. You don't need to do it. Maybe you're tired today, maybe you want to do it. So, find out what is your practice at today. Where is it? Other side, left foot forward, back heel down, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhaling, opening up to Virabhadrasana 2. Inhaling, extending the front leg. And exhaling, Trikonasana, reach forward as far as you can. So your left hip moves back as the rest of you moving forward. And again, you could grab the toe if you're a very experienced practitioner, or you could have the hand on the block, like so. Or on the shin, but not on the knee. Above or below on the block. Breathing. Shoulders away from the ears, absorbing the ribs into the body, tailbone into the body, root of the right thigh back and the back heel down. Breathe out. Just getting a nice opening, and shoulders down. Breathe in. And exhale. Looking great. Inhaling, lift yourself to stand up. So press into the feet, yeah? Connection to the earth, steady and joyful, as Yoga Sutra says. Bend the front knee deeply, Virabhadrasana 2. Make sure that knee is exactly on top of the ankle, not in front and not behind. Press the feet down, do them slightly together. Lift pelvic floor. Breathe out 2. Face is relaxed, gaze is relaxed. And you have, to do the Ujjayi breath well, if you have a slight feeling that you're about to smile, yeah? You're not quite smiling, but you're about to smile, it will help you open out the throat to get a good breath in there. Inhale. Exhale. And inhaling, straighten the front leg. Exhaling, bend the front knee, left hand down outside the left foot. Press that left knee to the left shoulder, extend the right arm forward, and then spin the chest to the sky. Press the back foot down and reach in the opposite direction, bringing the right shoulder away from the ear. So you're extending from the center of your body, not just from the shoulder to the ear. Breathe out. Inhaling, hips the same as triangle pose. Left hip under and back, Right hip open and back. Breathe. Inhale, gazing at the top hand. Exhale. Inhaling, right hand down. And exhaling, slowly straighten your front leg. Very carefully. You might not straighten all the way. You might be now on these two blocks. Walk your back foot in about 10 inches, heels in line, square your hips. So it's going to feel a bit weird when you square your hips, okay? That probably means you're doing it right. Inhaling, either the hands, namaste down, namaste up, or interlock the elbows, grab the elbows, look up and exhaling, come forward, chin to chin. So you could even be here on fingertips on the blocks, but feeling a nice stretch in your own body. If you need a micro bend in the front leg, so you're not locking the joint, energy needs to flow through. Yeah, if you lock it, it's just going to get stuck, okay? Breathing. And we're trying to balance the flow of chi, also known as prana, life force in the body in this practice. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, look forward. Exhaling, bend the front knee, bring the hands down on either side of the front foot. Step your back foot further back and lower the back knee down, pointing the toes. And here again, if you need some prop, something under the knee, you can put a blanket or you can fold up the mat. It will look like this. Gianmarco, did you want? No. Okay. From here, hook your thumbs forward, reach the arms up and overhead and arch the back. And exhaling, you're going to interlock the fingers, going one finger across from last time. And again, we're going to bring the hands behind the neck. And we're going to use the hands to lengthen the neck. And the head is going to be cradling into the hands. The round bit of the skull, the occiput. We're going to open the elbows out as much as possible. Bring the shoulder girdle down away from the ears. And lengthen the tailbone down and the back of the ribs up and away from it. So these 2 points, the shoulders and the lower ribs in the back, they're coming towards each other, so you get more space. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Now the lungs that hold breathe go all the way up into the collarbone, so breathe all the way in there. Exhale, all the way here. Breathe out. Inhale, sipping in the breath. It's very hard to breathe in such a stretch. Exhaling. Let's do one more breathing. And breathe. Inhaling back to center. Bring the hands down on either side of the front foot. And from here, we're going to scoot the front foot forward. And you remember the variation here if you are feeling not great flexibility-wise today. So come forward 2 or 3 inches, flex the toe, and straighten the leg. So we're not sitting on the back leg. The back thigh is perpendicular and coming forward. So maybe you're just here, coming forward. Breathe out. Inhaling. Especially careful. If you have any injuries in the hamstring, just go easy on it. Maybe stay off it altogether and just breathe into it. Yeah, try not to force anything. Breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling. Where can you make more space and lengthen more and open more with the breath? Exhale. One more. And breathe out. This is about letting go of the past. Yeah, the hamstrings, the back of the body. Good start. Inhaling, lift up. Bend the front knee, slide the left foot back so you're again in a lunge. And then bring the hands down, tuck the back toes under, coming back to downward facing dog. Inhaling forward to a plank pose. Exhaling onto the right hand and the outer right foot. We're going to come to Vashisthasana, side plank on the right side. Try and stack the legs one on top of each other. Try not to let the top hip roll back. Inhale. The variation here is to be like this. To bring the knee to the floor, get a nice straight back. Breathe out 2. Inhaling, really reaching up with this top hand. Exhale 3. Coming back to plank pose on an inhale, and on the exhale on the other side. Extending the right arm high, and you're pushing the hips forward like there is a wall here that you're standing up against. Breathe out. Inhale like mountain pose. Breathe out 2. One more. Exhale 3. Inhale into a plank. Exhaling knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana, whichever one you want to do is good. Inhaling upward dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. Couple of breaths to reset the breath. Inhale. Exhale, one. Draw your navel in on the exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out, two. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Inhaling, step, jump, walk feet to hands, look forward. Exhaling, folding over the legs. Inhaling, bend the knees deeply, Utkatasana chair pose. Extend the arms in prayer overhead. Exhaling, hands in prayer at the heart center. We're going to twist to the right for 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Breathe out, 1. Making sure the left knee is not in front of the right. Exhale, 2. Breathe in. Breathe out, 3. From here, you're going to inhale and stay in this position. Lower the left hand down outside the right foot. Now, maybe it's going to get to the floor. Maybe, you will need a block, yeah? On the higher setting, on the lower setting, have a look. But you want to keep this twist, okay? Exhaling, step your left leg back to a lunge. From here, inhaling, extend the top hand forward. Spin the chest to the sky. The block is there so that you don't lose this twist. Yeah, so maybe you're here on the highest bit of the block, like that. Maybe you've given up altogether and you're in hands in prayer at the heart center. That's okay. Breathe out. Draw the navel in to twist more. Spin the chest to the sky. Bring this right shoulder blade back towards the waist. Inhale. Exhale. So staying in this position, you're going to step the left foot forward to meet the right foot. Just the foot, step it forward. And then bring the hands in prayer, remain in the twist. Then coming back to center, inhale, extend the arms in prayer overhead, Utkatasana. Exhaling, bend forward and extend the legs, giving the legs a break. And here, if you have the block on that side, put it on the other side. If you didn't have the block, don't worry about it. Maybe you can have a book or maybe nothing at all. Let's do the other side. Inhaling, Utkatasana, bend the knees deeply. Exhaling, hands in prayer, going to the left side, 3 breaths. And again, the right knee is going in line with the left. Rolling the left shoulder back. Breathing. You're going to feel that your right hip is pulling back a little bit, yeah? Inhale. Exhale to draw the navel in. You're detoxifying the inner organ. This is huge for letting go of anger. Breathe in. And breathe out. From here, inhaling, right hand down outside the left foot. Maybe on the block. Exhaling, step your right leg back to lunge. Inhaling, extend the left arm forward. Spin the chest to the sky. Deep breath in. And maybe you're in this sort of twisty position like this. Maybe even with the back knee down. That's okay if you can't have the hand down. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. And exhale. So from here, we're going to step forward. Step your right foot forward to meet the front foot. Exhaling, hands in prayer, remaining in the twist. Inhaling back to center, Utkatasana. Extend the arms in prayer overhead. And exhaling, bend forward and then extend the legs. Take the block away from the mat. And from here, we're going to heel until the feet hip distance apart. And 2-piece fingers are going to grab hold of the 2 big toes of each foot. Inhaling, lift the chest, look forward. Exhaling, fold forward, elbows out to the side. Shifting the weight slightly forward into the front of the feet. Head, you can let it go. Breathing. So think about all the stuff you want to let go of from the past. We've just worked on the solar plexus big toe. We're going to do a little bit more work on it. Inhaling. Exhaling. The liver holds anger. The spleen, according to Chinese medicine, that holds worry. The kidneys hold trauma and fear. The stomach is the seat. Some people call it the seat of the soul. Some people don't. Some people say it's the earth element, how we were nourished. Mother element, yeah, they say it's here in the stomach, how we nourish ourselves. Inhaling, look forward. And exhaling, palms of the hands under the feet. Padahastasana. Now you might have to super bend the knees here, yeah? So Gianmarco does this all the time, so he can get the legs straight. You could be here, and lifting up and exhaling, folding forward. Okay, so you could probably look like a little bit of a frog in this position rather than, you know, with the straight legs. That's okay. Breathe out. So if your legs are not straight, you're slowly trying to straighten the legs, but really slowly breathing into whatever it is in your body that you need. So this is your practice, okay? Breathing, and you're letting go of the past. And as you exhale, you're drawing the navel in towards the spine to let go a little bit more from all these inner organs that hold all these emotions, yeah? You've got the gut here, where a lot of the happy chemicals that happen in the brain are made, okay? Inhaling, look forward. Exhaling, hands on the hips. Inhaling, lift yourself to stand up. And exhaling, step or jump the feet together, mountain pose, Tadasana. So we're going to do a standing twist. If you have a belt, you might need it, but you can do a variation without a belt. So don't worry if you don't have it. I'll show you all the variations, okay? Inhaling, bend the right knee into the chest. Left leg strong, okay? Hug it into the chest, hold it tight. And from here, you're going to do several things, right? So either you're going to bring your left hand outside the right knee, or you're going to bring, if you're very flexible, the left hand to grab the outside of the foot. Or if this is too little and that is too much, you're going to put a belt around the foot and grab the belt with both hands. From here, try not to lift this right hip. Extend the right arm high alongside the right ear. And exhaling, straighten the right leg and look behind you. Now, if you have the knee, this is going to look like this. Okay, and that's fine. If you don't have the knee, you could be here. Or like Gianmarco, you have the foot. Breathe out to keep dropping this right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, extend the right arm high alongside the right ear. Exhaling, grab the knee or the foot or the belt, this time with both hands. And inhaling and exhaling, bend the right knee and lower the foot down. Shake up the arms, shake out the legs, shake out everything. We're going to do the other side. Okay, so bending the left knee to the chest, hug the knee in, inhale. Exhaling, right hand either out the knee or grab the foot or belt around the foot. Grab the belt in the right hand. Inhaling, extend the left arm high alongside the left ear. And exhaling, twisting to the left as you extend the left fingertips to touch the back of the room, looking through the left fingers. Inhale. Don't worry if you just have the knee, that's fine. Exhale, 2. Keep dropping the left hip. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, left arm high alongside the left ear. Exhaling, grab the foot, the belt with both hands or the knee. Inhale. And exhaling, come forward. Exhaling, bring the foot down. That's okay. So we've done an extra bending forward on that side. That's like very much an Ashtanga way, which Gianmarco does. We didn't do it on the other side because sometimes it can get into the back. Okay? So just to let you know. Bend the knees deeply, Utkatasana. Extend the arms in prayer overhead. And exhaling, bend forward and then extend the legs. Inhaling, looking forward, lift the chest. Exhaling, step or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward dog, lifting skull, palate in the mouth. Exhaling, back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, step your right foot forward to a lunge. Exhaling, lift yourself to a standing lunge. Hands up. Inhaling, lean forward, torso over the front leg, but don't let the belly rest onto the thigh. And exhaling into warrior 3. So shift the weight, lift the back leg. From here, you may need a block, you may not, I don't know. So from here, you're going to bring the left hand down under the left shoulder, maybe on the floor. Maybe you're just on fingertips on the highest block. And exhaling, extend the right arm high, twisting to the right. Maybe this back leg doesn't lift off the floor, put it down. Breathe out. Exhale, 2. Breathing, keep lifting the chest. Exhale, 3. Breathing deeper, let's activate the inner edge of the back heel, 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhaling both hands down, maybe the hand on the other block, look up. Exhaling chin to chin, standing split. Only 3 breaths here, just get a nice stretch. Inhale. Exhale 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Exhale 3. Inhaling, look forward. Exhaling, you're going to bend both knees and spiral down to sit in a half-seated spiral twist. So your back knee is going to come down outside the front heel. And you're going to come to sit. And if your sit bones are grounded, if one sit bone is lifting off, so if it's looking like this, put a block under both sit bones or a blanket, right? You don't want to be just on one butt cheek or sitting on the right foot. So we're twisting to the right. Right hand behind you, straighten the spine, left arm hard. And exhaling left elbow to the outer right knee. Crown of the head reaching up. Inhale. Really thinking, pressing the right sit bone down. Every time you exhale, draw the navel in. Inhale. And really believing, thinking, imagining that you're detoxifying all this area, letting go of any anger or worry that you don't need. And it also makes you very, very clear so that you make decisions not based on past hurts and past events, make decisions based on your gut and what you need to make right now. And clarity is very, very important at this point. And being grounded as well, yeah, during this moon. Inhaling, look forward. Exhaling a small twist to the other side. Inhaling, look forward. Exhaling, we're going to swing the right leg way back and come into pigeon preparation pose. So you may want to block underneath the left sit bone. Square off the hips. Inhaling, look up, and exhaling, come forward. It doesn't matter if the left bum doesn't touch the floor. What you don't want is to be just sitting on one hip. Yeah, you want the hips to be square even if the bum is off the floor. Maybe put some weight into the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. 3. So inhaling, lift up so that your arms are straight and your elbows are off the floor. So you're lifting up halfway. And we're going to do a twist. You're going to thread your right arm underneath the left shoulder, so that way. And then, see how far you get. And you're going to twist. That's it. So you could stay like that. Or if you're feeling very, very flexible, you could bend the right elbow and bring the left hand on top of the right, like hands in prayer pose. Like that. And the more you bring the hands to the heart, the more you'll twist, but you want to keep the integrity of the pelvis here. Yeah? So you're not lying on one side. Twisting only from the neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhaling. So if I look at Gianmarco's hips from the front, they're completely square. He's not on one side, not on the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. He's going to lift the chest a little bit more. Inhaling. Yes, there we go. Exhaling. Breathe in. And breathe out. And inhaling, coming back to center. So hands on either side. And from here, you're going to walk the hands back a little bit, tap the back toes under, lift the back leg super high. Excuse me, lift the front leg super high, the left leg super high. Coming for a 3-legged dog. And then lower down to downward facing dog. Just have a little nice stretch. Deep breath in, coming back to the breath. Inhaling, exhaling, and also feel, does one side feel different now? What have I done to myself? I'm going to do the same on the other side. Left foot forward, lunge. Exhaling, lift yourself to a standing lunge. Inhaling, lean forward, torso over the front leg. And exhaling, come into warrior 3. So shift your weight into the front leg. From here, we're going to do the twist on the other side. So inhaling, right hand down, under the right shoulder, perhaps on a block or on fingertips. Exhaling, extending the left arm high and pushing back with the inner edge of the back foot and pushing forward in the crown. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Exhale 5. Inhaling both hands down and look up. Exhaling, lifting the back leg super high, standing split. Breathing, just getting a nice stretch, activating the back foot to straighten the leg. Exhale 1. Breathing, stay with the Ujjayi breath 2. Inhaling. Exhale 3. Inhaling, look forward. Exhaling, bend both knees and spiral down to sit with the right knee outside the front heel and try not to sit on the right heel. So both sit bones grounded. Left hand is going to go behind you to keep your spine straight. Extend the right arm high. Inhale. Exhaling, twisting right elbow to the outer left knee. Deep breath in. Breathe out. And really imagining, picturing the solar plexus clearing up, detoxifying. As you exhale, inhale deep. Exhaling, draw the navel in to get more circulation to this area. 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Inhaling, grow. Exhaling, twist 4. Breathe in. And breathe out 5. Inhaling, look forward. Exhaling, a little twist to the other side as you derotate. Inhaling, look forward. And exhaling, swing your left leg back to the pigeon preparation. So again, if you need a prop underneath the right sit bone, good time to have it now. You're not sitting on one side, okay? So if your right bum doesn't touch the floor, it's fine. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, coming forward. 3 breaths here. Inhale deeply. Exhaling, try and let go of that right hip. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Inhale deeper. Exhale 3. Inhaling, straighten the arms, lifting the elbows off the floor and lifting the chest just a little bit. And exhaling, you're going to twist to the right, threading the left arm underneath the right. And here you're in a twist. If you want to do more, you could bend the left elbow and then bring the right hand on top of the left. Keep the integrity of the hips though, okay? You can bring the hands to the heart more, but imagine nothing is happening from the waist down. Deep breath in. And if you bring the hands to the heart more, you'll twist more. Inhale. Exhale 2. Breathing, keep lifting the chest. Breathe out 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Inhaling, coming back to center. Bring the hands down. Tap the back toes under. And exhaling, lift the right leg high into a 3-legged dog. Getting a nice stretch here. Breathe in. And breathe out, lower the foot down. Back to downward facing dog. Connect with your breath again. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling forward to a plank pose. And exhaling through chaturanga, knees, chest and chin. Come all the way down to the belly. Bring the forehead down and stretch the arms alongside the body, palms face up. And inhaling, lift head, chest and legs off the floor, everything lifting up in locust pose, Shalabhasana. Getting the back of the body strong, yes? So these core muscles, back and front, are also part of the solar plexus. Inhale, so we want the back to be very strong. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale 3. And feel like you're getting longer and then higher, rather than just higher. The legs are very straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. From here, bend the knees and grab the ankles. Draw navel in, get the toes to touch. Coming up into Dhanurasana. Inhaling, lift everything up. Kick the feet to the hands and pull the feet towards you at the same time. Inhale. Exhale 1. Breathing all the way to the collarbones. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Inhale deeper. Exhale 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Inhaling 1 more. And exhaling, coming down. Let go of the feet. Rest the head on one side. Take a deep breath into the back of the ribs, and as you exhale, let go into the earth anything that you don't need. Maybe rocking the hips from side to side. We're going to come into a second bow pose. Inhaling, bend the knees and grab the ankles. Draw navel in, get the toes to touch. Do the best you can with this. Inhaling, lift everything up. So the seat of this pose is the belly, right? So you're rocking yourself slightly forward onto the belly and then lifting the knees and the shoulders at the same height. Inhale. Exhale to breathing all the way into the collarbones. Breathe in. Breathe out, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Breathe in. Breathe out, 5. Coming down, rest the head on the other side. Let go of the feet, take a deep breath in and exhale, maybe rocking the hips from side to side if that feels good to you. Coming back to the Ujjayi breath. Roll over so you're lying on the back on an inhale. And we're going to come into half wheel, into wheel. And the wheel, of course, is optional. So, coming to lie on the back. And inhaling, bend the knees. Feet flat on the floor, hip distance apart. With the heels fairly close to your bum. They're about almost a foot away. Press into the feet, inhaling, lift the lower, the middle, the upper back off the floor. And exhaling, interlock the hands into a fist behind the back and walk the outer edges of the shoulders closer together so you can bring the chest towards the chin. Breathing deep. Exhale for 2. Inhaling, plant the feet down. Exhale, 3. Breathing, deepen the breath. Breathe out, 4. Get the breath all the way into the belly. Inhale. Exhale, 5. So you can do another one like this, or wheel. Release the hands next to the ears, palms down, fingers face you, and spread your fingers. We're going to do one wheel, so make it a good one, which means breathe deeply. Inhaling, lift up to the top of the head only. Exhaling. Inhaling, lift all the way up. Your feet are very parallel in this position as much as possible. Breathe out. Inhaling right into the collarbones, into the belly. Exhale, 2. Breathing, sipping in the breath. It's quite hard to breathe a whole breath in this position. Exhale, 3. Inhaling, pushing the chest to the back of the room. Breathe out, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhaling, chin to chest. Exhaling, coming down. Hug the knees into the chest. And we're going to do a twist. So open the arms into a T shape. And you're going to lower the knees to the left side as you look to the right side. And the knees are going to be quite high in line with your belly button. Your right shoulder is soft and melting into the earth. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Inhaling. Exhale, 2. Breathing and really softening at the level of the belly. As you exhale, soften the belly back. 3. Yes. Deep breath in. Breathe out, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhaling, coming back to the center. And exhaling, moving the knees to the other side. Again, in line with your belly button. This time the left shoulder is softening, melting down. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhaling. Breathe in deep. Breathe out deep. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Inhaling, coming back to center. Bring the hands behind the knees and thighs, and you're going to rock backwards and forwards 5 times. Inhaling, rock up. Exhale, back for 1. Inhale up. Exhale, 2. You're massaging this area behind the back ribs of the kidneys. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Coming up to sit. And coming to sit on your mat again, extend the legs out to the side. We're going to come into Janu Shirshasana. Inhaling, bend the right knee into the chest. And exhaling, open the right knee out to the side. Right heel close to the right side of the pubic bone. Inhaling, turn to face the right leg. And exhaling, come forward over the right leg. And maybe, right, so Gianmarco is quite an experienced practitioner, so it's like, you know, the head of the knee is all the way down, which is the name of this posture, Janu Shirshasana, right? Janu is the knee, Shirsha is head. But for some people it looks like this. They have a prop, maybe 2 props, maybe 10 props here underneath the thigh, and they're going to the side. And maybe they have a belt as well, right? Maybe this is your Janu Shirshasana today. You're pressing the right sit bone down and going across it. And the belt is as short as possible, yeah? So you're not kind of hanging out here. So even if you're using props, you're still challenging yourself with not overdoing it and never losing the breath. Inhaling, lift yourself up, lift up the right knee as well, and extend the right leg forward. And we're going to do the other side. Inhaling, bend the left knee into the chest. Exhaling, open it out to the side. If you need to prop it up, do it as I showed you before. Inhaling, super turn to face the right leg, and exhaling, come forward. And your chest is facing down, not to the side. That's a different position, okay? So you're pressing the left sit bone down and stretching diagonally across it to the front right corner of the room. Inhale. Exhale, try not to round the upper back, so you're still lengthening from the pubic bone to the sternum. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, lift up torso and left knee. Coming to sit. Extend both legs. And then you're going to take the flesh back away from the sit bone. So you're feeding the sit bones into the earth. And lift the ribcage away from the pelvis and exhaling, coming forward. So here you have several variations. So if you're very experienced, and you can come forward over the legs, you can grab the toes, you can grab the outer edges of the feet if you're very flexible. If you're not very flexible, it might look like this. So you might be sitting on a prop, perhaps on a block. Whatever you do, you're breathing very deeply, okay? Like so. The sit bones at the edge of the block to get your spine straight. Lifting the ribcage from the pelvis and coming forward. And your feet, they don't want to go like that. Yeah, you're imagining that your feet are on a wall, okay? And you could even use a belt. It doesn't have to be a yoga belt, it could be anything. Yeah, it could be like your belt from your trousers, it's okay. So coming to the side, the belt and the props are there to get you down with the right alignment, so you're not kind of all like this. Yeah, so this is an option with a flat back. Some people who don't want to use a block, they also bend the knees and they come forward like this. Yeah, but I find that doesn't really stretch the back of my legs a lot, so I prefer the block. But have a look, whatever your possibilities are today. Inhaling, lift up. And exhaling, counter pose. Bring the hands back way behind you, about 10 inches behind you, and either point your feet, lift the hips high and head back, or variation, bend the knees coming into tabletop position. So tabletop would look like a coffee table, your best version of. If your neck is sore, then you can have the head as if you're standing up rather than all the way back. Hips pushing up to the ceiling. Exhale. Breathe in and active legs after you're actively lifting up the chest. Yeah, this is really good for the thymus, which is about the immune system and about motivation. Part the heart chakra. Inhaling, chin to chest. Exhaling, coming down. And from here, we're going to come into shoulder stand. So if you have a shoulder stand practice, go right ahead. If reasons for not coming into shoulder stand, if you have your menstrual cycle as a lady, or if you have some neck issue, some physical issue that you'd rather not, in which case you're going to come to lie down into an L shape and maybe put either the legs up the wall or put a block underneath your sacrum and be here. Make sure you're comfortable, or a cushion or a bolster, okay? So this is the variation. Otherwise, bend the knees into the chest, lift the hips high, and bring the hands on either side of the spine, fingers face up as you extend the legs. Push the hips to the face and the feet away from the face. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. So this is rebalancing the whole of the endocrine system. Hence it's called Salamba Sarvangasana. Salamba is supported, Sarva is everything, Anga is limb, and Asana is posture. So supported all limbs posture, all limbs, all the parts of the endocrine system. Especially the thyroid. As you're breathing deeply into the thyroid, you're looking at the area of the neck, which is the relationship to yourself, okay? Very strong on this chakra of the throat, which is about how we talk to ourselves, and how we see ourselves is very much how we relate to other people as well, okay? So even if you're not coming up into the position, just bring your attention here in this area, okay? Also the thyroid rules metabolism and sleep, so it's very important, gland of the endocrine system. Inhale and exhale. Now inhaling, flex the feet, bring them behind you into plow. Now if your feet are off the floor, your hands are going to stay here on the back. If your feet, like Gianmarco, do touch the floor, you can release the hands from the back, interlock the hands into a fist, and walk the outer shoulders a little closer to each other. You get a bit higher. And breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, one. Pushing the back of the knees into the ceiling. Breathe in. Now really focus on your breath here. It's quite a difficult position to feel like your breath is flowing on purpose, okay? Do a strong, strong workout here at the area of the neck. Breathing wise. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. And breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, soften the knees towards the ears. Karnapidasana. Again, if your feet were not on the floor, your hands remain on your back, and you're bringing the knees towards the ears. Maybe your knees were bent all the time, and that's okay. If you're at the wall, remain at the wall with the legs up. And breathe here. Now, if you're very experienced and your knees actually get down to be able to block your ear, yeah, it Karnapidasana means ear pressure posture, you can bring the hands around you and give your thighs a hug. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. And here really control the breath, yeah, because it's going to get a little bit labored in this position, especially if you're in the full thing. Exactly like that. Exhale. Inhaling, release the hands onto the mat. And now you're going to leave the head and neck down, and using the hands as brace, you're going to very slowly roll down, one vertebra at a time, head and neck stay down. Once the back is down, bend the knees, lower the soles of the feet to the floor, connect with the earth, Sthira Sukham Asana, connection to the earth, steady and joyful, and then extend the legs one by one. And if you're at the wall, you can come back to your mat now. And coming into fish pose. So you have your chin to your chest, and we're going to do the opposite counter pose. So press into the elbows, arching the chest, and coming to the very, very top of your head for Matsyasana. So you're stretching again the level of the throat, yeah, the way the throat. So we're here, and now we're stretching it. Maybe bring your lower teeth above the upper teeth. Exhale. Breathe out. Inhale. Breathe all the way into the collarbones and a little bit more, really stretching out in this area. You want this to be open. One more breath. Inhale deep. Exhale. Inhaling chin to chest. And exhaling coming down. And we're going to come into a relaxation. But just before we do a relaxation, we're going to do a very small guided meditation to do with the solar plexus. So if you have a blanket, you can cover yourself up because you want to be comfortable and not cold in your Shavasana. So take a deep breath from the soles of the feet all the way up to the top of the head and exhale. And again, a deep, deep inhale And exhale. And one more breath. Take a deep, 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 the deepest ever, all the way up to the top of the head. Fill up your body with oxygen. And exhale, let it go into the earth. So much so that you feel the earth rising up to meet you. We have let go of the Ujjayi breath completely now. Normal breathing. Inhale. Exhale. And you're not trying to go to sleep. You're relaxed, but still alert. Corpse pose. So from here, just before we go into full relaxation, we're going to set up a little meditation, a vortex of energy to clear the solar plexus until the full moon on the 5th, because there's a lot of stuff that's being released in this practice, okay? So this is going to help us. So I want you to imagine, visualize, picture, however you can have a sense of it, a bright yellow light at the level of your solar plexus. So imagine around your belly button there's this bright light and it's yellow. And as you breathe softly into it, this light is getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Almost like it looks like the sun. Yeah, we sort of draw it yellow, but it's almost white. Deep breath in there and deep breath out. And keep imagining this bright light here, and imagine this light begins to get brighter, bigger, and begins to spin like a wheel. So at your solar plexus, you're picturing this spinning wheel of bright, bright light. It's a yellow, white, cleansing light here. And now you've got it going, you can let it go. Just take a moment, zoom into it for a moment, and see how the spinning light is actually shedding light on any darkness that is in this area. As if you were turning the light on in any darkness within you. We're not trying to banish anything, to get away from anything. We're just turning the light on anything that's dark. The light of your consciousness. Make that brighter and trust that this vortex is letting go of any trauma, any anger, anything you don't need from this area of the solar plexus chakra. Take a deep breath into it, energize the vortex, and then let it go, forget about it, but know that it's still there, and it's going to be there until the full moon to help us, because we've set it now. And let go into Shavasana for the next few minutes. toes, waking the body. Stretch both arms overhead and take a deep stretch and reach the arms away from the feet. And exhale, let go. Bend the knees into the chest, hug the knees in, and then slowly rock yourself to the right hand side. And from here, press into the left hand and come to sit. You can sit or you can kneel, like I'm doing. Bring the hands in prayer at the heart center. Think of the person you were practicing for. Just take a moment to remember them. Send them a blessing. Take a moment to reimagine or visualize your vortex of energy clearing your solar plexus. This is going to go on until the 5th, until the full moon, when we're going to release anything we do not need. Okay? So stuff might come up between now and then that we do not need. A lot of twisting can sometimes bring anger, angry feelings. That's okay. I'm not saying it will, but it might. Yeah, it's a byproduct of detoxifying the liver through the twists. If that happens, try and stay with it, because you're releasing stuff, you, me, all of us, so that once the full moon comes, we let go, and then new things can come in. Okay? So hands in prayer at the heart center. Bow the head towards the heart. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, John, for practicing.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you.